Having a second residency in general offers a number of benefits, including the chance to relieve yourself of tax obligations in your home country. Panama actually offers this and more for international citizens and location-independent entrepreneurs. Hi everyone, my name is Sadife and I'm a strategy associate here at Nomad Capitalist. Yes, Panama Friendly Nations Visa is a great opportunity, but unfortunately is not for everyone. Despite its popularity, Panama's fast track to a provisional residency is not the panacea many claims it to be. It may be a part of the solution for you, but the Panamanian residency is not a shiny remedy in a bottle anyone can pull off the shelf at a store and take to get rid of all their headaches. In fact, if you don't plan it properly, it could make your headaches worse. As with any residency program, you need to understand how residency in Panama would fit into a holistic, personalized strategy. You will need professional help to do this, but you can always start by scoping out the program for yourself. Here at Nomad Capitalist, we're dedicated to helping you with both parts of that equation. The Panama Friendly Nations Visa is a special immigration program where citizens of selected countries who have professional or economic ties with Panama are eligible to apply for permanent residency and have obviously the right to obtain a Panamanian ID and request a work permit indefinitely as long as they meet the requirements. Now, before obtaining the permanent residency, applicants will receive a provisional residency which is valid for 2 years. After that time, proven that they have maintained the requirements, they will be able to request permanent residency. Now, this visa application includes one main applicant and optional dependents such as spouse, parents, and children up to 25 years old. It is important to state that in order to obtain an indefinite work permit, the person must be a naturalized Panamanian and have lived in Panama for at least 10 years since his or her provisional residence. Now, the list of friendly nations includes 50 countries, which can easily be found online. And the phrase professional and economic ties with the Republic of Panama requires residents of those 50 nations to forge an association with Panama on the basis of commerce or other forms of professional or economic activity. Now, the two methods listed below can be used to achieve this. So firstly, you can create a Panama corporation as option 1, or purchase an existing one, so an existing Panama corporation. This option demonstrates an economic activity, which means the applicant owns a Panama corporation, either one that has essentially just been formed by him or one that was acquired. And this will conduct business in Panama. Although please be aware that foreigners, which obviously non-Panamanian nationals, are not permitted to actually own retail business in Panama. The second option is becoming an employee of an established Panama corporation. Now, this alternate option demonstrates professional activity, necessitating that the candidate work for a reputable Panamanian firm, secure a work visa, and register with the country's social security system. In this situation, the employer must present evidence of income, such as employment earnings. Now, proof of these actions must be provided in writing. But please be aware that many occupations, such as those of lawyers, architects, engineers, are off limits to foreigners, to non-Panamanian citizens. The requirement for proof of economic solvency applies to both of the mentioned options. Now, opening a bank account in Panama and depositing at least $5,000 plus about $2,000 for each dependent satisfies this criteria. The question of whether an application is financially stable enough is not really specifically stated, and it's left up to the immigration officials' judgment. With the Friendly Nations Visa, Panama is offering permanent residency, not tax residency. We usually come across people who have kind of mistakenly believed that by having a Panama permanent residency, they can now go back to the US, live there for part of the year, and not pay any US taxes. But obviously that is not the case. Now, you can become a tax resident of Panama, and it could be very helpful for your particular situation, but just being a permanent resident of Panama and spending the 1 day every 2 years required to keep your immigration immigration status active there does not really help you with taxes anywhere. You must meet two all-important criteria before you can be considered a tax resident of Panama. One of them is spending at least 183 days in a tax year in Panama, and additionally, you need to provide proof that you have a permanent home in Panama. Now, if you meet these qualifications, you can request a tax residency certificate. When it comes to taxation, though, Panama's residents are required to pay income tax, but I would say almost 90% of the population does not pay direct taxes because the first $11,000 of taxable income is exempt from taxation. And since most residents who earn a higher income only make money outside of the country, Panama does not collect a large amount of income tax. Now, of course, you will have to pay some income tax in Panama if you technically run your business from the country, or if you're working in the country as an employee. But luckily for you, the income tax isn't very high and the system is kept fairly simple. Now, as I said, any income earned under $11,000 is exempt from taxation. You will need to pay a 15% income tax for anything you earn between $11,000 and $50,000. And income over $50,000 is taxed at a rate of 25%. Now, there is no capital gains tax, no inheritance or wealth taxes, but there is a small withholding tax of 5% on foreign revenue from a Panamanian company and 10% on dividends distributed out of domestic profits. If interest and royalties are paid to a non-resident, the withholding tax rate increases to 12.5%. If it is what you need, it is indeed a decent program for a great price. And here at Nomad Capitalist, we are always ready to assist you with your needs in order to diversify your portfolio, diversify your citizenship, residencies, and any tax needs.